Listen, I just want to know what is with everybody constantly saying that I don't like Ariana Grande. Listen, Ariana Grande is one of this generation's best vocalists. She has a total of 48 or probably even more awards, and even the Grammy for Best Pop Vocal. She has a net worth of $150 million and no kids. And she has consistently collaborated with some of the best vocalists of this generation as well. Barbra Streisand, John Legend, and even currently Lady Gaga. So, with all these accomplishments that she's made and she's achieved and stuff like that, one would suggest why you assume that I'm a hater. I acknowledge the success that this woman has created for herself over the years and stuff ever since she's popped up on the scene in 2013. Well, how you doing? My name is Zeke, and if you don't know who I am, I'm a reactor, and I've reacted over some of the best vocalists in this generation, even generation before mine, and yours. And lately, or for a little while, I've been reacting off of Ariana Grande. Now, alright, I'm gonna load you up with a little bit of info. Just because somebody disapproves or have a different opinion from yours, that doesn't necessarily make that person or categorize that person as a hater. I feel like you guys get so caught up in these stands and these fandoms and stuff like that that you lose, like, it clouds your judgment when a person has a different opinion. Listen, my issue is not with Ariana Grande's success. I do not know who she is. I've never met her in my life. I don't have any problem or issue with this woman. However, I am a singer, and what singers do, singers tend to, gravitate towards people that they feel that their voice is more closest to, is like it kind of resonates within them. So, if you're paying attention so far to what I'm saying, you would know exactly my issue or just a complaint or some type of, opinion about Ariana Grande. I personally feel that Ariana Grande is high notes and pretty much that's all she is as a vocalist. Why do I think that? Well, it's my opinion, first of all. And I think that because I have very good evidence and facts that I will show you guys in a video. Okay. Let's talk about her vocal style. Ariana Grande is a light lyric soprano. She has great ease when it comes to her upper register, the fourth and the fifth octaves. She is very good and she shines very well in those octaves. She's also heavy on the falsetto, and she has the highest falsetto notes that you can think of in this generation currently. Personally, I even feel like she triumphs Christina Aguilera in that register, which Christina Aguilera in her own generation, she actually held that title. But the nitty gritty and the real issue that I have is that Ariana Grande doesn't really produce good richness in her voice. What I mean by that is that her notes is consistently light. She has a light, somewhat airy voice, and when she shoots up and crescends, it seems like she loses the connection to her other octaves or the connection to her overall voice. I guess the episato, I don't know, because I believe she sings in that area, but when she gets into that area, it's kind of, she can't really transition back to her third octave, I believe. As a vocalist, I feel like, personally, this is my personal opinion, I feel like when you're a vocalist, you need to exude different type of textures in your voice, and you need to be able to utilize different things to make your voice cohesive. You need to be able to give off different sounds and different tones at any given time so you can showcase different, textures and different abilities in your voice. This helps you in the long run because you can cross over and transition to other genres like country, alternative, you can do indie, you can do, even somewhat of a trap style, which she's done. But oftentimes when Ariana Grande does a trap sound, she places her placement forward because she's more suited for ballad style singing, ballad songs. That's what she shines at the most. Ballad sounds, like ballad type sounds and ballad songs and stuff like that, giving you that really, really slow, kind of like intimate, kind of like soulful kind of feel. But my thing truly is that Ariana does not have enough agility in her voice. She doesn't utilize it in a way that I find stylistic, technical, or even just like overall skill. I know it's not really good to compare mezzo-sopranos like Tori Kelly, Beyonce, and even JoJo to Ariana Grande, but yeah, you guys, y'all get so hyped up on her lower register and her third octave that it's like, oh my god, her lows is so this, her lows is so that. I am not impressed with her lows. I know you guys gonna give me dislikes and stuff like that, so go ahead. It is what it is, because I am voicing this opinion, and this is gonna be my video based on what I truly feel about Ariana Grande. Okay, when Ariana Grande does utilize third octaves in her singing and on her songs and stuff like that, even her live performances, she usually is already in the third octave. So if she's to drop to like maybe an F3 flat, or even drop down to like an A3 or so like that, is easy because she's already in that octave. If you don't believe me, here's a few songs that showcase exactly what I'm saying.
How was it like getting to the fire? No, I should have fought it, at least I'm being honest. I'm so weak, I can barely breathe. All I want to do, ain't no tears in my body. I ran out, but boy, I like it. I like it. I like it.
This doesn't automatically disqualify Ariana Grande, because she can hit those notes. She really can. But the thing is that I just don't, I don't find it technically soothing. I find it kind of one-dimensional and very easy to do. When Ariana drops into her third register, it's more like, why you not even around me? Why you not even there? Why you not around me? Why you not even there? Come here. See, I'm already in the third octave. I just dropped down into a lower of the third octaves, and that is it. I don't have Ariana Grande's notes, and I'm not trying to imitate her notes or anything like that. I'm just trying to make a point. And for me, this is the main issue. Because of the style of Ariana Grande's voice, I personally feel like she can't sing certain songs. For some reason, it's like she's becoming somewhat basic because of the style of her voice, the layers of it. I personally feel Ariana does not mix well with R&B. She does not mix well with R&B. She doesn't have a rich enough voice to stay within an R&B. She doesn't necessarily have it. When she sings, her belt is somewhat distorted in that type of sound. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Bed featuring Nicki Minaj, or Nicki Minaj song Bed featuring Ariana Grande, that showcases exactly what I'm saying, because her belts are kind of distorted, so they have to put her vocals back. When Ariana Grande is in her third octave, she doesn't exude as much runs and skill without the access or the assistance of a falsetto. So most of the time, she probably would sound like this. And then it comes that shaky jaw tension that you guys always speak of and stuff like that, because she doesn't have as much agility. Comfortability doesn't necessarily reign in that area for her. She's more of a upper belter. I don't feel like this neglects or it takes away from her as much. I just feel like it kind of like leaves less to be desired. Ariana Grande's voice doesn't necessarily mix with a lot of people. Mezzo-sopranos will drown her out because they have a richer tone. Her tone is too light. She's not able to actually just like mix well.
You go like I'm not. Lately there's a lot of freaky shit running my mind that
These are the things that I'm noticing in Ariana Grande's voice, live performances, songs, and everything. I listen to her just like you do, but I am not immediately taking away, or I'm not like overjoyed or even as enthusiastic as you are when it comes to her upper range, because I am well aware that she has impressive high notes and she exudes them very, very well. But that's not the issue, is it? I mean, she has agility from time to time and she utilizes it in the best way she possibly can. But I feel like that doesn't necessarily add as much, because Ariana Grande still lacks richness. Once she crescends into like the fourth octave, it starts to get kind of piercing. And then when she goes into a BB5, listen, not every song needs a BB5. That's an impressive note. But listen, I'm not always impressed with the high notes because I've heard I've done it before. With the style of voice Ariana Grande has, because she's more suited for ballads, I would feel like she would have a better, richer tone, and she delivered it very well and with agility, skill, and technique. But for me, when it comes to Ariana, that comes in short supply. Listen, I could be wrong. I could be wrong in all aspects, but this is the things that I get from when she sings, when I hear it. This is everything that I'm hearing, everything that I'm noticing. You understand? I know a few of you might think the same thing like I'm thinking, and I hope you are, because this is not to discredit her in no kind of way. You guys gave me dislikes or whatever, you making hate comments, is whatever it is. But I'm saying, if you think like how I think and you understand where I'm coming from, I'm sure that I'm reaching you. I'm sure that what I'm saying makes perfect sense. But all for the naysayers and all that, y'all can go listen to her F5s and her BB5s, and that's good. That's all fine and dandy. So yeah guys, I'ma just cut this video short. That was just a short little example of what I feel when it comes to Ariana Grande's voice and her vocal craft. This is not a hate video at all. I'm just demonstrating and showcasing what I don't necessarily hear what you hear. I hear something different, and I see her as a different artist than you do. So yeah. So go ahead and drop your comments and stuff like that, because I really want to hear what y'all got to say, because I know that you're going to tell me certain things that I don't know or I'm not aware of. And I appreciate that, because I'm going to need that if I'm going to do a part 2. So later.